Do Video Games Suck Now is an entire genre of YouTube video, and I'm here to put a bullet, hopefully, in most of them. Are you in a rut right now? Are you flicking from game to game but are just unable to fill the Jesus-shaped hole in your heart with any of them? Do you think back fondly to insert nostalgic year here and tell yourself that games were so much better when you were a kid? Not like now with the just endless sea of failed live service games, microtransactions, and just whatever the fuck royales? Well, if so, click your bell bottoms together 3 times and repeat after me. There's no place like the 70s, and let me tell you a story. So the year's 1973, and only 2 years into commercial gaming, and the industry was already in a rut. Atari had rocked the world with the adrenaline-pumping, cutting-edge gameplay of a Pong machine, and due to forgetting to get a copyright, the landscape was now awash in Pong clones. Atari knew it had to do something the industry had so far never seen. They had to make a game more popular than Pong. Now let's go to the whiteboard. What's the one thing more popular than Pong? That's right, tits. The only thing that could save Atari was bolting a pair of jugs to a box and getting people to fondle them. Does this sound like a joke to you? Does this look like a joke to you? Inspired by a glitch in Pong that would scatter the score display all over the screen, the Pong creator, Al Acorn, developed a 2-player maze game called Gotcha for Atari. This was the first time a game had been designed out of a glitch, a method later championed by Fallout 76. The gameplay is really just cat and mouse, with one dot character being represented by a woman in a nightgown and the other by a rapist. Conga line enthusiast. Should I leave out the... the cabinet designer, George Faraco, among others at Atari, confirmed the boob controls. They didn't have bumps on them or anything, but the way they were the size of grapefruits next to each other, you got the picture of what they were supposed to be. I guess his favourite size boob is grapefruit. Regan Cheng, rest in peace, backed up the design inspiration. The tops of the gotcha controls? Yeah, they did look like boobs. Those were done by George Faraco. He had some really far out ideas. Shortly after release, Atari chickened out and gave the game normal pointy nipple controllers. Despite this, the game got dubbed the Boob Game. It would be another 30 years before Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball would claim this title. Fascinatingly, documents show that there was also going to be a 20-player version of the game developed for a trade show, illustrating their ideas of what massively local multiplayer gaming might look like. I have no idea how you differentiate that many players when you're all just fuzzy little cubes. That might have been part of the reason it just never happened. It's also the first color game, but this was only confirmed properly in 2016 after someone found and repaired a broken PCB from eBay. That means it beat the Wimbledon Pong clone by just a couple weeks. Anyway, as you might expect, the game tanked, despite the sex appeal of those 2 pixel characters. 4 years later, the 1977 video game crash occurred, attributed mostly to the Pong gravy train finally overextending and dying an overstocked death. Also, Atari and a bunch of the other clones got successfully sued for lifting the tennis concept from the Magnavox Odyssey. So, do video games suck now? I mean, sure, why not? As far as AAA is concerned, right? They're all just still making the 21st century equivalent of high-fidelity Pong clones, now with daily login bonuses and cash shops to dress up your paddles. AAA big boy game makers have never changed, and safe money will always be spent making a homogenous Ubisoft-like broth of a video game. But you know what? Letting AAA define gaming is such a boring as fuck conversation. Fuck AAA, it can't tell us what to do. And judging by the games you guys tell me you're playing, I already know I don't even need to be telling you this. The games industry has sucked and ruled in equal measure since the very day it was conceived. And around the edges, people will always be making incredible experiences, now more than ever. Steam averages 34 new games a day, and you bet your ass that most of them are boob games. Yeah, a lot of them will be hentai. And not a lot of them will be AAA. Would AAA even be 1% of actual video games released? And there's gold in them hills, just under mountains of shit and anime girls admittedly, but I mean it's there. And we're going to find it. I presume that's why you've joined me on this channel and continue to subscribe and like and all that kind of good shit. Surprise plug. Anyway, this was actually just a long roundabout way of saying that Gotcha is the first recipient of my retroactive 1973 Game of the Year Golden Radio Award. Nice try, guys. You gave it your best shot.